Welcome. Welcome to this journey inward, to this quiet sanctuary of awareness where the body becomes your guide into the deepest rest. In the next hours together, we'll travel through the landscape of your physical form with gentle attention, releasing the accumulated tensions of the day, dissolving the held patterns of stress, and inviting your entire being into a state of profound relaxation that opens the doorway to restorative sleep. Body scan meditation is one of the most researched and effective practices for reducing stress and preparing the nervous system for deep rest. Studies published in journals of behavioral medicine have shown that regular body scan practice can reduce cortisol levels by 20 to 30%, lower blood pressure, decrease chronic pain perception, and significantly improve sleep quality. When we bring kind, non-judgmental awareness to the sensations in our body, we activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the beautiful branch of our autonomic nervous system responsible for rest, digestion, and healing. We shift from the sympathetic fight or flight response that keeps us vigilant and tense into a state of safety and surrender. This practice works through a process called interoceptive awareness, the ability to sense the internal state of your body. Research from neuroscience laboratories has revealed that cultivating this inner sensing capacity actually changes the structure of the brain, strengthening areas associated with emotional regulation, self-awareness, and the ability to remain calm under stress. The insula, a region deep within the cerebral cortex, becomes more developed with regular body awareness practice, allowing you to better recognize and respond to your body's needs for rest and restoration. Tonight, you don't need to do anything except listen and allow your attention to follow the gentle guidance of this practice. There's no right or wrong way to experience this meditation. Whatever sensations arise, warmth or coolness, tingling or numbness, heaviness or lightness, tension or ease, all are welcome. You're simply noticing, observing, allowing. Like a curious explorer discovering a familiar landscape for the first time, you're bringing fresh awareness to the miracle of your embodied existence. Before we begin our journey through the body, let's establish a foundation of comfort and ease. If you're lying down, allow your body to be fully supported by the surface beneath you. Feel the mattress or cushion receiving your weight, holding you with steady, reliable support. If you're seated, let your spine be gently upright while your shoulders soften downward, away from your ears. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or soften your gaze toward a neutral point in the space around you. Take a moment now to make any small adjustments that will support your comfort for the next while. Perhaps you need to shift your hips slightly, adjust a pillow, pull a blanket over your body, or change the position of your arms. There's no rush. This is your time, your practice, your journey into rest. Now, bring your awareness to your breath. Not changing it, not controlling it, simply noticing the natural rhythm of breathing that has been sustaining you since the moment of your birth. Feel the gentle rise of your chest or belly as breath flows in, and the soft settling as breath flows out. The breath is always here, always available as an anchor for your attention, a reminder that in this moment, you are alive, you are breathing, you are held by the fundamental rhythms of existence. Research on breath awareness shows that simply observing the breath, without trying to change it, begins to slow the heart rate and deepen the breath naturally. The respiratory system and the nervous system are intimately connected through the vagus nerve, that wandering nerve that extends from the brainstem throughout the body, touching the heart, lungs, and digestive organs. When we pay attention to breathing, we send signals of safety through this vagal pathway, telling the body that it's okay to let go, to soften, to rest. Notice the temperature of the breath as it enters your nostrils, perhaps slightly cool, and notice the warmth of the breath as it leaves your body, carrying with it the metabolic warmth generated by your living cells. Each breath is an exchange with the world around you, taking in oxygen that will nourish every cell, releasing carbon dioxide that plants will transform back into the oxygen you'll breathe tomorrow. You are part of an ancient cycle, a breathing planet, a living system in constant exchange. As you continue breathing naturally, begin to sense the weight of your body. Gravity, that invisible force that has shaped the evolution of all life on Earth, is gently pulling your body toward the ground. You don't have to hold yourself up right now. You can surrender to this pull, allowing the surface beneath you to do all the work of supporting you. Feel the heaviness of your bones, the density of your muscles, the substantial presence of your physical form. This sense of heaviness, of weight, is one of the first signs that your nervous system is beginning to shift into a parasympathetic state. When we feel safe enough to let go of the subtle muscular tension that keeps us ready to move or react, the body naturally becomes heavier, more grounded, more connected to the earth. Progressive muscle relaxation therapy, developed in the early 20th century and refined through decades of clinical research, works with this principle that consciously releasing muscular tension sends powerful signals to the brain that it's safe to rest. Let your attention now settle at the very foundation of your body, at the place where you meet the earth. If you're lying down, this might be the back of your head, your shoulder blades, your hips, your legs, your heels. If you're seated, notice the contact of your sitting bones with the chair, your feet with the floor. These points of contact are your connection to something solid, something stable, something that will hold you as you journey inward. Take 3 slow, deep breaths now, and with each exhale, imagine that you're releasing a little more weight into the surface beneath you, letting go a little more fully, trusting a little more deeply that you are supported, you are safe, you are held. Breathing in and breathing out, releasing. Breathing in and breathing out, softening. Breathing in and breathing out, surrendering. Beautiful. Now we begin our journey through the body, starting at the very foundation, at the feet that carry you through your days, that connect you to the ground, that hold the remarkable architecture of bones, muscles, tendons, and ligaments that allow you to stand, walk, run, dance, and move through the world. Bring your awareness now to your left foot. Simply notice that you have a left foot. This might seem obvious, but how often do you actually pay attention to your feet? They work tirelessly, bearing your weight, adapting to uneven surfaces, maintaining your balance, and yet they rarely receive your conscious appreciation or awareness. Begin with the toes of your left foot. The big toe, with its 2 bones and its important role in balance and propulsion when you walk. The second toe, often the longest, reaching forward. The third toe, the fourth toe, and the small 5th toe, the pinky toe, tucked against the side of your foot. Can you sense each toe individually? Can you feel the spaces between the toes, the way they rest against each other or perhaps spread slightly apart? Notice any sensations in these toes. Perhaps there's a subtle tingling, a sense of warmth or coolness, a feeling of the fabric of your socks or the air against your skin. Maybe there's no particular sensation at all, just a quiet, neutral presence. Whatever you notice is perfect. You're not trying to create sensations or make anything happen. You're simply observing what's already here, bringing the light of awareness to a part of your body that usually operates below the threshold of consciousness. The toes contain numerous nerve endings, making them quite sensitive to touch and temperature. They're also the farthest point from your heart, which means blood flow to the toes can be affected by stress and tension. As you bring awareness here, you may notice that the toes begin to feel warmer as blood flow increases slightly in response to your attention. This is one of the beautiful feedback loops of body awareness. Attention itself can change the physiology of the area you're attending to. Now expand your awareness to include the ball of your left foot, that padded area just behind the toes where the metatarsal bones create a gentle arch. This is where you push off with each step, where weight transfers as you walk. Feel the substance of this part of your foot, the density of the muscles and connective tissue, the way it curves slightly upward from the ground if you're lying down, or presses into your shoe or the floor if you're seated. Bring your attention to the arch of your left foot, that remarkable curved structure that acts as a natural shock absorber, distributing the forces of impact when you walk or run. The arch is maintained by a complex interplay of bones, ligaments, and muscles, including the plantar fascia, that thick band of connective tissue that runs along the bottom of the foot from heel to toes. Some people have high arches, some have low arches or flat feet, and each variation is simply the unique architecture of your particular body. Notice the heel of your left foot now, the calcaneus bone, the largest bone in the foot, designed to bear weight and absorb impact. Feel the density of the heel, the way it might press into the surface beneath you if you're lying down, or rest inside your shoe if you're seated. The heel is covered by a thick pad of fatty tissue that cushions the bone, another example of the body's intelligent design for protection and comfort. Now sense the entire sole of your left foot, from heel to toes, the whole underside that meets the ground. Imagine you could breathe into this sole, sending your breath all the way down through your leg and into your foot, and then drawing the breath back up as you exhale. This is a visualization, of course. Breath doesn't actually travel to the feet, but imagining breath moving through the body can enhance circulation and deepen relaxation. Breathing into the sole of the left foot, and breathing out. Breathing into the sole of the left foot, and breathing out. Breathing into the sole of the left foot, and breathing out, releasing any tension, any holding, any tightness in this foundation of your body. Now bring awareness to the top of your left foot, the dorsal surface, where you can see the tendons that extend from your ankle to your toes, where the skin is thinner and the bones closer to the surface. Notice the ankle joint, that remarkable hinge where the foot meets the leg, where the talus bone sits atop the calcaneus and articulates with the tibia and fibula of the lower leg. The ankle allows your foot to flex and point, to tilt side to side, to adapt to the terrain beneath you. Feel the circumference of your left ankle, the way it narrows from the calf, the subtle bumps of the ankle bones on either side, the medial malleolus on the inside and the lateral malleolus on the outside. These bony landmarks are the ends of the tibia and fibula, creating a stable socket for the ankle joint. Take a moment now to sense your entire left foot as a whole: toes, ball, arch, heel, sole, top, ankle, all of it together, this intricate structure of 26 bones, 33 joints, and more than 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments, all working in harmony to support you, to move you, to connect you to the earth. As you rest your awareness on your left foot, imagine that any tension, any tightness, any holding in this foot is gently dissolving, melting away like ice in warm water, draining down through the sole of the foot and into the earth beneath you, where it can be absorbed and transformed. The earth is infinitely capable of receiving and composting our tension, our stress, our held energy. Let your left foot be completely at rest now, completely relaxed, completely at ease. And now shift your awareness to your right foot. Bring the same quality of gentle, curious attention to the toes of your right foot. The big toe, the second toe, the third, the fourth, the small fifth toe. Notice each one, sense the spaces between them. Observe any sensations that are present: tingling, warmth, coolness, pressure, or perhaps a quiet neutral presence. Move your awareness to the ball of your right foot, that padded area behind the toes. Feel the substance here, the density, the way this part of your foot meets the ground or rests in space. Notice the arch of your right foot, that curved structure that springs and flexes with each step. Some people find that one arch is higher or lower than the other, that the feet are not perfectly symmetrical. This is completely natural. Our bodies are not machines with identical parts, but organic forms with subtle variations and asymmetries that make each body unique. Bring attention to the heel of your right foot, the largest bone, the foundation of the foundation. Feel the weight of the heel, the density, the way it's designed to bear and absorb impact. Sense the entire sole of your right foot now, from heel to toes, the whole underside. Imagine breathing into this sole, sending breath down through your right leg and into your right foot, and then drawing the breath back up as you exhale. Breathing into the sole of the right foot, and breathing out. Breathing into the sole of the right foot, and breathing out. Breathing into the sole of the right foot, and breathing out, releasing, softening, letting go. Notice the top of your right foot, the dorsal surface, the tendons, the thinner skin, the bones closer to the surface. Feel the ankle joint, where foot meets leg, that hinge that allows so much movement and adaptation. Sense the circumference of your right ankle, the narrowing from the calf, the ankle bones on either side creating stable landmarks. Now hold your entire right foot in your awareness: toes, ball, arch, heel, sole, top, ankle, all of it together, this remarkable structure that mirrors your left foot and yet has its own unique character, its own history of every step you've taken, every surface you've walked on, every dance you've danced. Imagine any tension in your right foot dissolving, melting, draining away into the earth, leaving the foot completely relaxed, completely at ease, completely at rest. Take a moment now to sense both feet together, your left foot and your right foot, the foundation of your body, your connection to the earth. These feet have carried you through your entire life, through childhood and adolescence and adulthood, through easy times and difficult times, through ordinary days and extraordinary moments. They've walked on grass and sand and pavement and carpet, on mountains and beaches and city streets and forest paths. They hold the memory of every step, and now they're here, resting, releasing, letting go. Both feet completely relaxed. Both feet completely at ease. Both feet surrendering their weight to the surface beneath them, to the earth that holds all things. Now let your awareness travel slowly up from your feet into your lower legs. Begin with your left lower leg, the calf and shin, the space between ankle and knee. The calf is the back of the lower leg, home to the gastrocnemius and soleus muscles, powerful muscles that point your foot and push you forward when you walk or run. These muscles work hard throughout the day, contracting and releasing with each step, maintaining your balance when you stand. The Achilles tendon, the strongest tendon in the body, connects these calf muscles to your heel bone, transmitting the force that allows you to rise up on your toes or push off the ground. Bring your awareness to your left calf now. Notice the bulk of the muscle, the way it curves outward from the ankle and then tapers as it approaches the knee. Can you sense the density of this muscle? Can you feel the skin covering it, the way the calf rests against the surface beneath you if you're lying down, or the way it hangs from the knee if you're seated? Notice any sensations in the left calf. Perhaps there's a sense of heaviness, of the muscle relaxing and softening. Perhaps there's a subtle pulsing, the rhythm of blood flowing through the arteries and veins. Perhaps there's a feeling of warmth as circulation increases in response to your attention. Or perhaps there's a sense of tightness, of holding, of tension that accumulated during the day. Whatever you notice, simply observe it without judgment, without trying to change it. You're not here to fix or improve anything. You're here to notice, to be present, to allow. The shin is the front of the lower leg, where the tibia bone is close to the surface, covered only by skin and a thin layer of muscle. The tibia, or shin bone, is the larger of the two bones in the lower leg, bearing most of your weight when you stand or walk. Beside it, on the outer side of the lower leg, is the fibula, a thinner bone that provides attachment points for muscles and helps stabilize the ankle. Bring your awareness to your left shin now, the front of the lower leg. Notice the hardness of the bone beneath the skin, the way the shin is less fleshy than the calf, more angular, more defined. Can you sense the length of the shin, from ankle to knee? Can you feel the subtle curve of the tibia as it rises from the ankle joint? Now sense your entire left lower leg as a whole, calf and shin, back and front, the circumference of the leg, the space between ankle and knee. This is the part of your body that lifts your foot with each step, that flexes and extends, that maintains your balance and propels you forward. The lower leg contains not just bones and muscles, but also nerves that carry sensation and movement signals between your foot and your spinal cord, and blood vessels that deliver oxygen and nutrients to the tissues and carry away metabolic waste. Imagine breathing into your left lower leg, sending breath down from your knee to your ankle, filling the entire space with fresh, oxygenating breath, and then releasing as you exhale, letting go of any tension, any tightness, any holding. Breathing into the left lower leg, and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the left lower leg, and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the left lower leg, and breathing out, letting the muscles relax, letting the tissues soften, letting the entire lower leg become heavy and at ease. Now shift your awareness to your right lower leg. Bring attention to your right calf, the back of the lower leg, the gastrocnemius and soleus muscles, the Achilles tendon connecting to the heel. Notice the bulk of the muscle, the curve, the density. Observe any sensations, heaviness, pulsing, warmth, tightness, or a quiet neutral presence. Bring awareness to your right shin, the front of the lower leg, the tibia bone close to the surface, the fibula alongside it. Notice the hardness of bone beneath skin, the length from ankle to knee, the angular quality of the shin compared to the rounded calf. Sense your entire right lower leg now, calf and shin, back and front, the whole space between ankle and knee. This leg that mirrors your left leg and yet has its own unique character, its own patterns of tension and ease, its own history of movement and rest. Imagine breathing into your right lower leg, filling it with fresh breath, and then releasing as you exhale, letting go of tension, letting the muscles relax, letting the entire lower leg become heavy and at ease. Breathing into the right lower leg, and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the right lower leg, and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the right lower leg, and breathing out, surrendering. Now hold both lower legs in your awareness together, left and right, calf and shin, ankle to knee. Both lower legs completely relaxed, completely at ease, completely at rest. Feel the weight of both lower legs sinking into the surface beneath you, supported, held, released. From your feet through your ankles and into your lower legs, the entire lower portion of your legs is now deeply relaxed, deeply at ease, deeply at rest. Any tension that was held here has dissolved, drained away, released into the earth. Let your awareness now travel up to your knees, those remarkable hinge joints that allow your legs to bend and straighten, that bear tremendous forces when you walk, run, jump, or climb stairs. The knee is the largest joint in the body, where the femur of the thigh meets the tibia of the lower leg, with the patella or kneecap protecting the front of the joint. Bring your awareness to your left knee. Notice the kneecap, that small, flat bone that sits in front of the joint, embedded in the tendon of the quadriceps muscle. The kneecap glides up and down as you bend and straighten your leg, protecting the joint and improving the mechanical advantage of the quadriceps. Behind the kneecap is the knee joint itself, a complex structure of bones, cartilage, ligaments, and fluid. The ends of the femur and tibia are covered with smooth cartilage that allows the bones to glide against each other with minimal friction. Between the bones are the menisci, crescent-shaped pads of cartilage that act as shock absorbers and help distribute weight evenly across the joint. Ligaments, the ACL, PCL, MCL, and LCL, provide stability, preventing the knee from bending or twisting in ways that could cause injury. You don't need to visualize all these structures in detail. Simply bring your awareness to your left knee and notice what you sense. Perhaps there's a feeling of the joint space, a sense of the bones meeting. Perhaps there's warmth or coolness. Perhaps there's a sense of ease or a sense of tightness. Perhaps there's a subtle ache or discomfort, or perhaps there's no particular sensation at all. The knees often hold tension, especially if you spend a lot of time standing or if you've experienced knee injuries in the past. As you bring awareness to your left knee, imagine that you're sending a message of kindness and appreciation to this joint that works so hard for you. Imagine that the joint space is gently expanding, creating more room, more ease, more freedom. Notice the back of your left knee, the popliteal space, where the leg bends, where major blood vessels and nerves pass from the thigh to the lower leg. This is often a sensitive area, and bringing awareness here can help release tension that accumulates in the back of the knee. Sense your entire left knee now, front and back, the kneecap, the joint space, the area where thigh meets lower leg. Imagine breathing into this knee, sending breath into the joint space, and then releasing as you exhale, letting the knee soften, letting any tension dissolve. Breathing into the left knee, and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the left knee, and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the left knee, and breathing out, letting the joint space expand, letting the knee rest completely. Now bring your awareness to your right knee. Notice the kneecap, the joint space, the place where femur meets tibia. Observe any sensations, warmth, coolness, ease, tightness, ache. or neutral presence. Send a message of kindness and appreciation to your right knee, thanking it for all the work it does, for all the bending and straightening, for all the support it provides. Notice the back of your right knee, the popliteal space, the sensitive area where the leg bends. Sense your entire right knee now, front and back, kneecap and joint space, the area where thigh meets lower leg. Imagine breathing into this knee, filling the joint space with breath, and then releasing as you exhale, letting the knee soften and relax. Breathing into the right knee, and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the right knee, and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the right knee, and breathing out, letting the joint rest completely. Hold both knees in your awareness now, left and right, these two remarkable joints that allow you to walk and run and dance and kneel and sit and stand. Both knees completely relaxed, both knees completely at ease, both knees resting, releasing, letting go. Now let your awareness travel up from your knees into your thighs, the upper legs, the space between knee and hip. The thighs contain the largest bones in the body, the femurs, and some of the most powerful muscles, the quadriceps in front and the hamstrings in back. Begin with your left thigh. Bring awareness to the front of the thigh, where the quadriceps muscles, 4 muscles working together, extend your knee and help you stand up from sitting, climb stairs, and jump. These are powerful muscles, capable of generating tremendous force, and they often hold tension, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting or if you exercise regularly. Notice the bulk of the quadriceps, the way these muscles cover the front and sides of the femur. Can you sense the length of the thigh, from knee to hip? Can you feel the weight of the thigh, the density of the muscle and bone? Bring awareness to the back of your left thigh, where the hamstring muscles, 3 muscles working together, bend your knee and extend your hip, helping you walk and run. The hamstrings often hold tension, especially if you sit for long periods with the knees bent, which keeps these muscles in a shortened position. Notice the back of the thigh, the way it might press into the surface beneath you if you're lying down, or the way it rests on the chair if you're seated. Can you sense the hamstrings, the long muscles running from hip to knee? Bring awareness to the inner thigh, the adductor muscles that draw your legs together, that help stabilize your pelvis when you walk. And notice the outer thigh, where the iliotibial band, a thick strip of connective tissue, runs from hip to knee, providing stability to the leg. Sense your entire left thigh now, front and back, inner and outer, the whole space from knee to hip. This is the largest segment of your leg, containing the longest bone and some of the strongest muscles in your body. The thigh bears your weight when you stand, propels you forward when you walk, and lifts you up when you climb. Imagine breathing into your left thigh, sending breath into the muscles, into the bone, into the entire space from knee to hip. And as you exhale, imagine any tension, any tightness, any holding in the thigh is releasing, dissolving, draining away. Breathing into the left thigh, and breathing out, releasing the quadriceps. Breathing into the left thigh, and breathing out, releasing the hamstrings. Breathing into the left thigh, and breathing out, releasing the inner and outer thigh, letting the entire thigh become heavy and relaxed and at ease. Now shift your awareness to your right thigh. Bring attention to the front of the thigh, the quadriceps muscles, powerful and strong. Notice the bulk, the length from knee to hip, the weight and density. Bring awareness to the back of your right thigh, the hamstring muscles, running from hip to knee. Notice the way the back of the thigh rests on the surface beneath you or on the chair. Notice the inner thigh, the adductors, and the outer thigh, the iliotibial band. Sense your entire right thigh now, front and back, inner and outer, knee to hip. This thigh that mirrors your left thigh and yet has its own unique character, its own patterns of tension and ease. Imagine breathing into your right thigh, filling the entire space with breath, and then releasing as you exhale, letting go of tension, letting the muscles soften and relax. Breathing into the right thigh, and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the right thigh, and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the right thigh, and breathing out, letting the entire thigh become heavy and at ease. Hold both thighs in your awareness now, left and right, front and back, inner and outer. Both thighs completely relaxed, completely at ease, completely at rest. Feel the weight of both thighs sinking into the surface beneath you, supported, held, released. From your feet through your ankles, lower legs, knees, and thighs, your entire legs are now deeply relaxed, deeply at ease, deeply at rest. The legs that carry you through your days, that support your weight, that move you through the world, are now completely released, completely surrendered, completely at peace. Take a moment to sense both legs together, from the tips of your toes all the way up to the tops of your thighs. Notice the length of your legs, the weight, the way they rest on the surface beneath you. Both legs heavy, both legs relaxed, both legs at ease. And now let your awareness travel up to your hips, those ball and socket joints where the femurs meet the pelvis, where the legs connect to the torso. The hip joints are among the most mobile joints in the body, allowing the legs to move forward and back, side to side, and in rotation. These joints bear tremendous forces, several times your body weight with each step, and yet they're designed to move smoothly and freely when they're healthy and relaxed. Bring your awareness to your left hip. The hip joint is deep inside the body, surrounded by powerful muscles, the gluteals in back, the hip flexors in front, the adductors on the inner thigh, and the abductors on the outer hip. You might not be able to sense the joint itself, but you can bring awareness to the general area of the left hip, the place where leg meets torso. Notice any sensations in the left hip. Perhaps there's a sense of the joint space, a feeling of depth. Perhaps there's tightness or holding, especially if you sit for long periods or if you've experienced hip pain or injury. Perhaps there's ease and openness. Whatever you notice, simply observe without judgment. The hips often hold emotional tension as well as physical tension. In somatic psychology, the hips are sometimes called the junk drawer of the body, a place where we store unprocessed emotions, unexpressed feelings, and unresolved stress. As you bring awareness to your left hip, you might notice not just physical sensations but also emotional qualities, perhaps a sense of holding or guarding, or perhaps a sense of openness and freedom. Imagine breathing into your left hip, sending breath deep into the joint space, into the surrounding muscles, into the entire area where leg meets torso. And as you exhale, imagine any tension, any tightness, any holding, physical or emotional, is gently releasing, dissolving, letting go. Breathing into the left hip and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the left hip and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the left hip and breathing out, opening, expanding, creating more space, more ease, more freedom. Now bring your awareness to your right hip, the ball and socket joint where the right femur meets the pelvis. Notice the general area of the right hip, the place where leg meets torso. Observe any sensations, depth, tightness, ease, openness, or neutral presence. Notice any emotional qualities that might be present. Imagine breathing into your right hip, sending breath deep into the joint space and surrounding muscles. And as you exhale, imagine any tension, physical or emotional, is releasing, dissolving, letting go. Breathing into the right hip and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the right hip and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the right hip and breathing out, opening, creating space and ease and freedom. Hold both hips in your awareness now, left and right, these two ball and socket joints where your legs connect to your torso. Both hips relaxed, both hips open, both hips at ease. Imagine that the hip joints are gently expanding, creating more space, more freedom of movement, more ease. Now bring your awareness to your pelvis, the bowl-shaped structure of bones that forms the foundation of your torso, that connects your legs to your spine, that houses and protects your reproductive organs, bladder, and lower intestines. The pelvis is made up of several bones that fuse together in adulthood, the two hip bones on either side, the sacrum in back, and the coccyx or tailbone at the very base of the spine. If you're lying down, notice the way your pelvis rests on the surface beneath you. You might feel the sacrum pressing into the mattress or floor, the broad flat bones of the pelvis on either side. If you're seated, notice the sitting bones, the ischial tuberosities, pressing into the chair, bearing your weight. The pelvis is the center of gravity of the body, the place where weight from the upper body transfers down through the legs to the ground, and where forces from the ground travel up through the legs into the spine. When the pelvis is balanced and relaxed, the whole body can find ease. When the pelvis is tilted or tense, it affects the alignment and comfort of the entire body. Bring your awareness to the front of your pelvis, the pubic bone, the lower belly. Notice the back of your pelvis, the sacrum, that triangular bone at the base of the spine. Notice the sides of your pelvis, the broad hip bones. And notice the base of your pelvis, the pelvic floor, that hammock of muscles that supports the pelvic organs and helps control the bladder and bowels. The pelvic floor is an area that many people unconsciously tense, especially during times of stress or anxiety. This tension can contribute to pelvic pain, urinary issues, and sexual dysfunction. As you bring awareness to your pelvic floor, imagine that these muscles are gently softening, releasing, letting go. You're not forcing anything, just inviting a sense of ease and relaxation. Imagine breathing into your pelvis, filling the entire bowl-shaped space with breath, and then releasing as you exhale, letting the pelvis soften, letting any tension dissolve. Breathing into the pelvis, and breathing out, releasing the pelvic floor. Breathing into the pelvis, and breathing out, softening the sacrum. Breathing into the pelvis, and breathing out, letting the entire pelvis rest, balanced and at ease. Your legs and pelvis are now completely relaxed, completely at ease, completely at rest. From the tips of your toes all the way up through your feet, ankles, lower legs, knees, thighs, hips, and pelvis, the entire lower half of your body is deeply relaxed, deeply released, deeply surrendered. Take a long, slow breath now, and as you exhale, let any remaining tension in your lower body drain away, flowing down through your legs, through your feet, and into the earth beneath you, where it can be absorbed and transformed. Your lower body is at peace. Your lower body is at rest. Your lower body is completely, deeply, profoundly relaxed. Rest here for a few moments, simply noticing the quality of relaxation in your lower body, the sense of heaviness and ease, the feeling of being supported and held. Pause for 90 seconds. Beautiful. You're doing beautifully. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do, nothing to achieve. You're simply here, present, aware, allowing your body to rest, allowing your nervous system to shift into deeper and deeper states of relaxation. As we continue our journey through the body, we'll now move into the torso, the core of your body, the place where your vital organs reside, where breath moves in and out, where digestion occurs, where your heart beats steadily, sustaining your life. But before we move on, take one more moment to appreciate your legs and pelvis, the foundation of your body, the structure that supports you and moves you through the world. Send a silent thank you to your legs for all they do, for all the steps they've taken, for all the support they've provided. And now, gently, easily, let your awareness begin to travel upward from your pelvis into the core of your being, into the central column of your body where your spine rises and your vital organs reside. Begin by bringing your awareness to your lower back, the lumbar region of your spine, the area between your pelvis and your ribcage. The lower back is a common place for people to experience tension and pain, partly because the lumbar spine bears so much of the body's weight and partly because we often hold stress and emotion in this area. The lumbar spine consists of 5 large vertebrae, stacked one on top of the other, separated by intervertebral discs that act as shock absorbers. These vertebrae are larger than those in the upper spine because they bear more weight. The lumbar spine curves slightly inward, creating the natural lordotic curve that helps distribute weight and maintain balance. Surrounding the lumbar spine are layers of muscles, the deep stabilizing muscles close to the spine, and the larger superficial muscles that move the trunk and support posture. The erector spinae muscles run along either side of the spine, helping you stand upright and bend backward. The quadratus lumborum muscles connect the lower ribs to the pelvis, helping you bend sideways and stabilize the lower back. And the psoas muscles, deep hip flexors, connect the lumbar spine to the femurs, playing a crucial role in walking and standing. The psoas muscles are particularly interesting from a somatic perspective. They're often called the fight or flight muscles because they contract when we're startled or threatened, preparing us to run or defend ourselves. Chronic stress can lead to chronic psoas tension, which can contribute to lower back pain, hip tightness, and a sense of being on guard even when there's no actual threat. Research in somatic psychology has shown that releasing psoas tension can have profound effects not just on physical comfort but also on emotional well-being, helping people feel more grounded, more safe, more able to rest. Bring your awareness to your lower back now. If you're lying down, notice the way your lower back rests on the surface beneath you. Depending on the natural curve of your spine, there might be a small space between your lower back and the surface, or your lower back might be pressing into the surface. Neither is right or wrong, it's simply the shape of your particular spine, the unique architecture of your body. Notice any sensations in your lower back. Perhaps there's a sense of the vertebrae, the bones of the spine stacked one upon another like a tower of blocks. Perhaps there's awareness of the muscles on either side of the spine, the long bands of tissue that work to hold you upright throughout the day. Perhaps there's tightness or aching, a dull discomfort or a sharper sensation. Perhaps there's ease and comfort, a sense of the lower back being soft and relaxed. Whatever you notice, simply observe it without trying to change it, without judging it as good or bad. You're simply noticing, simply being present with what is. The lower back often holds tension that we're not consciously aware of. We might be subtly bracing or holding, trying to support ourselves, trying to stay upright, trying to protect ourselves from pain or injury. This holding can become so habitual that we don't even notice it anymore. It just becomes the background state of our body. As you bring awareness to your lower back, see if you can invite a sense of softening, of releasing, of trusting the surface beneath you to support you. You don't have to hold yourself up right now. You don't have to brace or protect. You can let go. Imagine that the muscles of your lower back are gently lengthening, releasing their grip on the spine, allowing the vertebrae to settle into their natural alignment. Imagine that the spaces between the vertebrae are gently expanding, creating more room for the spinal nerves that exit between each vertebra, more room for the discs that cushion the bones, more room for ease and comfort and freedom of movement. Imagine that any tension, any tightness, any holding in the lower back is melting away like ice in the sun, dissolving into warmth and ease. Imagine that your lower back is being bathed in healing warmth, in soothing light, in gentle care. Imagine breathing into your lower back, sending breath into the muscles, into the spaces between the vertebrae, into the entire lumbar region. And as you exhale, imagine any tension is flowing out, draining away, leaving the lower back soft and relaxed and at ease. Breathing into the lower back and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the lower back and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the lower back and breathing out, letting the muscles lengthen, letting the spine settle, letting the entire lower back rest completely. Take a moment now to simply rest your awareness on your lower back, noticing how it feels after this invitation to release and soften. Perhaps the sensations have shifted. Perhaps there's more ease, more comfort, more space. Perhaps the sensations are the same. Either way is perfectly fine. You're not trying to force anything to happen. You're simply offering an invitation, and your body will respond in its own way, in its own time. Rest here with your awareness on your lower back for a few breaths. Good. Now bring your awareness to your abdomen, your belly, the soft front of your torso between your pelvis and your ribcage. The abdomen is home to many of your vital organs: your stomach, intestines, liver, kidneys, pancreas, spleen, and more, all working continuously to digest food, filter blood, eliminate waste, produce hormones, and maintain the delicate balance of your internal environment. Place your awareness on your lower belly, the area below your navel. This is where your small intestine and large intestine reside, where the final stages of digestion occur, where nutrients are absorbed through the intestinal walls into your bloodstream and waste is prepared for elimination. The intestines are sometimes called the second brain because they contain more than 100 million neurons, more than in the spinal cord, and they produce many of the same neurotransmitters found in the brain, including serotonin, the neurotransmitter associated with mood and well-being. In fact, about 90% of the body's serotonin is produced in the gut, not in the brain. Research has shown that the gut and the brain are in constant communication through the gut-brain axis, a bidirectional pathway involving the vagus nerve, hormones, immune system signaling, and the trillions of bacteria that make up your gut microbiome. When you're stressed or anxious, your gut often responds with tension, cramping, or changes in digestion. You might lose your appetite, or experience nausea, or have an upset stomach. And when your gut is uncomfortable, it can affect your mood and mental state, contributing to anxiety, depression, or irritability. By bringing relaxed awareness to your belly, you're helping to calm this gut-brain communication, sending signals of safety through the vagus nerve that allow the digestive system to function more smoothly and the nervous system to shift into a parasympathetic state of rest and restoration. Notice your lower belly now. Can you sense the gentle rise and fall as you breathe? The diaphragm, your primary breathing muscle, creates a vacuum in the chest cavity when it contracts and moves downward, drawing air into the lungs, and this movement also gently massages the abdominal organs with each breath, promoting circulation and healthy function. This is one of the reasons why deep, Diaphragmatic breathing is so beneficial. It not only brings more oxygen into your body but also massages your internal organs, supporting digestion, elimination, and overall vitality. Some people hold tension in the belly, unconsciously tightening the abdominal muscles as if bracing against a blow or holding in emotions. This chronic tension can interfere with breathing, keeping the breath shallow and centered in the upper chest rather than allowing it to drop down into the belly. It can also interfere with digestion, creating a sense of constriction that makes it harder for the digestive organs to do their work. And it can interfere with the natural flow of energy through the body, creating a sense of being blocked or stuck. This belly tension often has emotional roots. In somatic therapy, the belly is sometimes associated with vulnerability. It's the soft, unprotected front of the body, the place where we can be hurt. When we feel unsafe or threatened, we might unconsciously tighten the belly to create a sense of armor, a protective shell. But this armor comes at a cost, limiting our breath, our digestion, our vitality, and our ability to feel and process emotions. As you bring awareness to your lower belly, see if you can allow it to be soft, to be relaxed, to move freely with each breath. You're safe right now. You don't need armor. You can let your belly be soft. Imagine that your lower belly is like a bowl of warm water, gently rippling with each breath, soft and fluid and at ease. There's no need to hold or control or tighten. You can let your belly be soft. Let it expand naturally as you breathe in. Let it settle naturally as you breathe out. Breathing in, the belly gently rises. Breathing out, the belly gently falls. Breathing in, soft and easy. Breathing out, soft and easy. Breathing in, allowing. Breathing out, releasing. Notice how it feels to breathe into your belly, to let your belly move with your breath. This is natural breathing, the way you breathed as a baby before you learned to hold tension, before you learn to brace against the world. You can return to this natural way of breathing anytime, simply by bringing awareness to your belly and allowing it to be soft. Now bring your awareness to the area around your navel, your belly button, the scar that marks where you were once connected to your mother through the umbilical cord, receiving all the oxygen and nutrients you needed to grow and develop before birth. The navel is the center of your body, the place where you first received nourishment, the place where you were literally connected to another human being, dependent and vulnerable and completely cared for. Notice the area around your navel. Can you sense the depth here, the way the belly curves inward at the navel? Can you feel the gentle movement of breath in this central area of your abdomen? The navel is often considered the body's center of gravity, the point around which the body balances. In martial arts and movement practices, awareness of the navel center, sometimes called the hara or the dantian, is cultivated as a source of stability, power, and presence. Bring awareness now to your upper belly, the area between your navel and your ribcage. This is where your stomach resides, that muscular sac that receives the food you eat and begins the process of breaking it down with powerful acids and enzymes. Your liver is here too, on the right side of your upper abdomen, the largest internal organ, weighing about 3 pounds, performing hundreds of essential functions including filtering toxins from your blood, producing bile to help digest fats, storing energy in the form of glycogen, producing proteins for blood clotting, and regulating blood sugar levels. Your pancreas is here as well, tucked behind your stomach, producing digestive enzymes and hormones including insulin that regulates blood sugar. And your spleen, on the left side, filters your blood and supports your immune system. The upper belly often holds tension related to stress and anxiety. The phrase butterflies in your stomach or gut-wrenching anxiety reflects the real physical sensations that occur in this area when we're nervous or worried. The stomach and upper digestive tract are richly supplied with nerves and are highly responsive to emotional states. When you're anxious, your stomach might feel tight or knotted, you might lose your appetite, or you might feel nauseous. When you're relaxed and at ease, your stomach can be soft and comfortable, and digestion can proceed smoothly. The solar plexus, a complex network of nerves located in the upper abdomen behind the stomach, is sometimes called the abdominal brain because it plays such an important role in regulating the digestive organs and responding to emotional states. The solar plexus is part of the autonomic nervous system, and it's particularly responsive to stress and relaxation. When you bring calm awareness to your upper belly, you're helping to soothe the solar plexus, allowing it to shift from a state of activation to a state of ease. As you bring awareness to your upper belly, notice if there's any tightness, any clenching, any holding. You might notice a subtle knot of tension, a sense of constriction or bracing. Or you might notice ease and softness, a sense of openness and flow. Whatever you find, simply observe it with kindness and curiosity. You're not judging yourself for holding tension. You're simply noticing, simply being present with what is. Imagine breathing into your upper belly, sending breath into your stomach, your liver, your pancreas, your spleen, all the organs in this area. Imagine that with each inhale, you're bringing fresh oxygen and energy to these organs, supporting their function, nourishing them. And as you exhale, imagine any tension, any tightness, any holding is gently releasing, dissolving, letting go. Breathing into the upper belly. and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the upper belly, and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the upper belly, and breathing out, letting this area become soft and relaxed and at ease. Now sense your entire abdomen as a whole, lower belly, navel area, upper belly, the whole soft front of your torso from pelvis to rib cage. This is your center, your core, the place where so much of the essential work of living occurs. Your digestive system is processing the food you've eaten, transforming it into energy and building blocks for your cells. Your kidneys, tucked in the back of your abdomen on either side of your spine, are filtering your blood, removing waste products, maintaining the precise balance of fluids and electrolytes that keeps your cells functioning properly. Your liver is performing its hundreds of functions, supporting your metabolism and protecting you from toxins. All of this is happening automatically, without any conscious effort on your part. Your body knows how to digest, how to filter, how to maintain balance. You don't have to do anything except allow it, trust it, let it work. This is the wisdom of the body, the intelligence that has been refined over millions of years of evolution, the same intelligence that knows how to heal a cut, how to fight off an infection, how to grow a baby from a single cell. Imagine that your entire abdomen is soft and relaxed, like a sleeping baby's belly, rising and falling gently with each breath, completely at ease, completely trusting, completely surrendered. A baby's belly is soft because a baby hasn't learned to hold tension yet, hasn't learned to brace against the world. You can return to this quality of softness, this quality of trust, simply by allowing your belly to be soft. Your abdomen is at peace. Your abdomen is at rest. Your abdomen is soft and relaxed and at ease. Now expand your awareness to include both your abdomen and your lower back together, the whole circumference of your body at this level, front and back, the core of your torso. This is your center of gravity, your center of power, the place where movement originates, the place where stability and flexibility meet. In many Eastern traditions, this area is considered the seat of vital energy. In Chinese medicine, it's the location of the lower dantian, an energy center associated with physical vitality, grounding, and life force. In yoga, it's near the location of the second and third chakras, energy centers associated with creativity, sexuality, personal power, will, and digestion. In Japanese martial arts, the hara, located just below the navel, is cultivated as the center of physical and spiritual power. Whether or not you relate to these traditional concepts, you can sense that this central area of your body is indeed vital, essential, foundational. When your core is relaxed and balanced, your whole body can find ease. When your core is tense or imbalanced, it affects everything else: your posture, your breathing, your movement, your energy, your emotional state. Take a moment now to sense your entire core, abdomen and lower back, front and back, the whole central cylinder of your torso from pelvis to rib cage. Imagine that this entire area is soft and relaxed, that the front and back of your body are in harmony, that your core is balanced and at ease. Imagine that your breath is flowing freely through this central space, nourishing your organs, massaging your tissues, bringing vitality and ease. Breathing into your entire core, and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into your entire core, and breathing out, softening. Breathing into your entire core, and breathing out, letting your center be at peace. Rest here for a few moments, simply noticing the quality of relaxation in your core, the sense of your center being soft and at ease. Beautiful. Now let your awareness travel upward into your chest, your ribcage, the upper part of your torso where your heart and lungs reside, where breath moves in and out, where the rhythm of your heartbeat sustains your life moment by moment. The chest is enclosed by the ribcage, a beautiful cage of bones that protects your vital organs while still allowing movement for breathing. You have 12 pairs of ribs, curving around from your spine and back to your sternum or breastbone in front. The upper 7 pairs of ribs attach directly to the sternum through costal cartilage. The next 3 pairs attach indirectly to the sternum through the cartilage of the ribs above them. And the bottom 2 pairs, called floating ribs, don't attach to the sternum at all. They're only attached to the spine and back, allowing for more flexibility in the lower ribcage. The ribs are connected to each other by intercostal muscles, muscles between the ribs that help expand and contract the chest with each breath. These muscles work in coordination with the diaphragm to create the movements of breathing. Bring your awareness to the front of your chest, your breastbone, the flat bone in the center of your chest where many of your ribs attach. The sternum is actually made up of 3 parts that fuse together: the manubrium at the top, the body in the middle, and the xiphoid process at the bottom. Notice the surface of your chest, the skin, the way your clothing or the air touches your chest. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. Your lungs fill most of the space inside your ribcage, 2 spongy organs that bring oxygen into your body and release carbon dioxide with each breath. The right lung has 3 lobes. The left lung has 2 lobes, making room for your heart, which sits slightly left of center in your chest, nestled between the lungs. With each inhale, your diaphragm contracts and moves downward. creating space for your lungs to expand. Your intercostal muscles also contract, lifting your ribs upward and outward, further expanding the chest cavity. Air rushes in to fill the vacuum, flowing through your nose or mouth, down your trachea or windpipe, through the branching bronchi and bronchioles, and finally into the tiny alveoli, microscopic air sacs where oxygen passes through thin membranes into your bloodstream and carbon dioxide passes out of your bloodstream to be exhaled. With each exhale, your diaphragm relaxes and moves upward, your intercostal muscles relax, your ribs settle downward and inward, and air flows out, carrying carbon dioxide away from your body. This process happens automatically, about 12 to 20 times per minute when you're at rest, about 20,000 times per day, about 7 million times per year, every year of your life. Your breath has been with you since your first moment outside the womb, and it will be with you until your last moment. It's the most fundamental rhythm of your life, the most basic exchange with the world around you. You are constantly taking in the world, the air, the oxygen, and releasing back to the world the carbon dioxide that plants need to survive. You are part of a vast cycle of exchange, a breathing planet, a living system. As you bring awareness to your chest, to your breathing, notice the miracle of this process. Notice how your body knows exactly how to breathe, how to take in what it needs and release what it doesn't need, how to maintain the precise balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide that keeps you alive and healthy. You've never had to learn how to breathe. You've never had to think about it. It just happens, automatically, reliably, faithfully. Notice the quality of your breath right now. Is it shallow or deep? Fast or slow? Smooth or irregular? Centered in your upper chest or dropping down into your belly? You're not trying to change it, just noticing. The breath often reflects your state of mind and nervous system. When you're stressed or anxious, breathing tends to be shallow, rapid, and centered in the upper chest. When you're relaxed and at ease, breathing tends to be deeper, slower, and centered in the belly and lower chest. Simply by observing your breath with kind attention, without trying to control it, you may notice that it naturally begins to slow and deepen. This is the breath responding to your awareness, to the signal that it's safe to relax, safe to let go. This is one of the beautiful feedback loops of body awareness. Attention itself can change what you're attending to. Now bring your awareness to your heart, that remarkable muscle in the center of your chest, slightly left of your breastbone, about the size of your fist, weighing about 10 to 12 ounces. Your heart has been beating since before you were born, since you were a tiny embryo just a few weeks old, when you were smaller than a grain of rice. It beats about 60 to 100 times per minute when you're at rest, faster when you're active or excited, slower when you're deeply relaxed or asleep. That's about 100,000 times per day, about 35 million times per year, about 2.5 billion times in an average lifetime. Your heart never rests, never stops, never takes a break. It works for you every moment of your life. Your heart is a pump, a muscle that contracts rhythmically to push blood through your circulatory system. It has 4 chambers, 2 atria that receive blood and 2 ventricles that pump blood out. With each beat, your heart sends oxygen-rich blood from your lungs out through your arteries to every cell in your body, delivering the oxygen and nutrients your cells need to function. And it receives oxygen-poor blood back from your body through your veins, sending it to your lungs to be refreshed with oxygen. Your heart is the center of your circulatory system, the engine that keeps everything flowing, that delivers nutrients and oxygen to your tissues and carries away waste products. But your heart is more than just a pump. In many traditions and cultures, the heart is considered the seat of emotion, the center of love and compassion, the place where we feel our deepest connections to others. We speak of a broken heart when we experience loss or grief, a warm heart when we feel love or kindness, a heavy heart when we feel sadness or burden. These are not just metaphors, they reflect real physical sensations that we experience in the area of the heart. Modern research has shown that the heart has its own nervous system, sometimes called the heart-brain, with about 40,000 neurons that can sense, remember, and make decisions independently of the brain in your head. The heart sends more signals to the brain than the brain sends to the heart, influencing perception, emotional processing, and decision-making. The heart also generates the strongest electromagnetic field in the body, a field that can be measured several feet away from the body with sensitive instruments. Some researchers suggest that this field may be a way that we communicate heart to heart with others, that we literally feel each other's emotional states through the electromagnetic fields our hearts generate. This might explain why we can sometimes sense another person's mood or emotional state without any verbal communication, why we feel drawn to some people and uncomfortable around others, why physical proximity to someone we love can be so comforting. Whether or not you relate to these ideas, you can bring awareness to your heart now with a sense of appreciation and wonder. This organ has been working for you every moment of your life, without rest, without complaint, sustaining you, keeping you alive, allowing you to experience everything you've experienced, every joy, every sorrow, every moment of beauty, every connection with another person. See if you can sense your heartbeat. You might feel a subtle pulsing in your chest, a gentle rhythm. Or you might not sense it directly in your chest but might notice your pulse in your wrists or neck or fingertips. Or you might simply imagine your heart, visualize it beating steadily, reliably, faithfully, a fist-sized muscle contracting and relaxing, over and over, moment after moment, day after day, year after year. As you bring awareness to your heart, imagine that you're sending it a message of gratitude, of appreciation, of love. Thank your heart for all it does, for all the beats, for all the blood it pumps, for all the life it sustains. Thank your heart for its tireless work, for its faithful service, for its constant presence. Imagine that your heart is surrounded by warmth, by softness, by ease. Imagine that any tension or tightness in your chest is gently releasing, creating more space around your heart, more room for it to beat freely and easily. Sometimes we hold tension in the chest, tightening the muscles around the rib cage, constricting the space where the heart resides. As you bring awareness here, see if you can allow the chest to be open, to be spacious, to give your heart all the room it needs. Breathing into your heart and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into your heart and breathing out, softening. Breathing into your heart and breathing out, surrounding your heart with warmth and appreciation and love. Now bring your awareness to your upper back, the thoracic region of your spine, the area between your shoulder blades. The thoracic spine consists of 12 vertebrae, each one connected to a pair of ribs. This part of the spine is less mobile than the neck or lower back because the ribs provide stability, but it still needs to move to allow you to twist, bend, and breathe fully. The upper back often holds tension, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting at a desk or looking at screens. The muscles between the shoulder blades, the rhomboids and middle trapezius, can become tight and achy from holding the shoulders in a forward position or from the stress of trying to hold yourself upright against fatigue. The upper back can also become stiff and immobile, which can restrict breathing and contribute to a sense of being closed off or protected. Bring your awareness to your upper back now. If you're lying down, notice the way your upper back rests on the surface beneath you, the way the shoulder blades press into the mattress or floor. If you're seated, notice the way your upper back curves, the way the spine supports your upright posture. Notice any sensations in your upper back. Perhaps there's a sense of the vertebrae, the bones of the spine stacked one upon another. Perhaps there's awareness of the muscles between the shoulder blades, the way they work to hold your shoulders back or pull them together. Perhaps there's tightness or aching, a dull discomfort or a sense of knots in the muscles. Perhaps there's ease and comfort, a sense of the upper back being soft and relaxed. The upper back is an area where many people hold emotional tension as well as physical tension. In somatic therapy, the upper back is sometimes associated with the burden of responsibility, the weight of carrying others' needs or expectations. The phrase "carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders" reflects this connection between the upper back and the sense of burden. When we feel responsible for too much, when we're trying to hold everything together, when we're supporting others without enough support for ourselves, we might unconsciously tighten the muscles of the upper back, as if literally carrying a heavy load. As you bring awareness to your upper back, see if you can invite a sense of releasing, of setting down the burden, of allowing yourself to be supported rather than always supporting others. You don't have to carry everything. You can let some of it go. You can rest. You can allow yourself to be held by the surface beneath you, by the earth, by the support that is always available when you allow yourself to receive it. Imagine that the muscles of your upper back are gently softening, releasing their grip, allowing the shoulder blades to settle downward, away from your ears, finding their natural resting place on your back. Imagine that any tension, any tightness, any holding is melting away, dissolving into ease. Imagine breathing into your upper back, sending breath into the muscles, into the spaces between the vertebrae, into the entire thoracic region. And as you exhale, imagine any tension is flowing out, draining away, leaving the upper back soft and relaxed and at ease. Breathing into the upper back, and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the upper back, and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the upper back, and breathing out, letting the shoulder blades settle, letting the spine rest, letting the entire upper back be at ease. Now expand your awareness to include your entire chest and upper back together, the whole circumference of your upper torso, front and back, the space that houses your heart and lungs. This is the area where breath moves, where your heart beats, where the essential rhythms of life pulse and flow. Imagine that your entire chest and upper back are soft and open, that the front and back of your body are in harmony, that your heart and lungs have all the space they need to function easily and freely. Imagine that your ribcage is like a spacious room, with plenty of space for breath to move, for your heart to beat, for life to flow. Breathing into your entire upper torso, and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into your entire upper torso, and breathing out, opening. Breathing into your entire upper torso, and breathing out, letting your chest and back be at peace. Now bring your awareness to your shoulders, those complex joints where your arms connect to your torso. The shoulders are among the most mobile joints in the body, allowing your arms to move in almost any direction, forward and back, up and down, in rotation, in circles. This mobility comes at the cost of stability, which is why shoulder injuries are relatively common and why the shoulders require so many muscles to hold them in place and control their movements. The shoulder joint is a ball and socket joint where the head of the humerus, the upper arm bone, fits into a shallow socket in the shoulder blade or scapula. The joint is held together by ligaments, tendons, and muscles, including the rotator cuff muscles, a group of 4 muscles that stabilize the shoulder and allow it to rotate. But when we talk about the shoulders in everyday language, we're usually referring not just to the joint but to the whole area, including the tops of the arms, the shoulder blades, the collarbones or clavicles, and the muscles that connect all these structures, the trapezius, the deltoids, the rotator cuff muscles, the pectoralis muscles in the chest, and more. The shoulders are one of the most common places in the body to hold tension. We raise our shoulders toward our ears when we're stressed or startled. This is part of the startle reflex, an automatic protective response. And sometimes we forget to let them drop back down. We hunch our shoulders forward when we're working at a computer or looking at a phone, when we're driving, when we're reading. We tighten our shoulders when we're carrying heavy bags or holding ourselves in uncomfortable positions. We brace our shoulders when we're feeling defensive or protective. Chronic shoulder tension can lead to pain, stiffness, headaches, and restricted breathing. When the shoulders are raised and tight, they can compress the nerves and blood vessels that pass through the shoulder area to the arms, leading to numbness, tingling, or pain in the arms and hands. The shoulders are also connected to the neck, so tension in the shoulders often contributes to neck pain and vice versa. Bring your awareness to your left shoulder now. Notice the top of your left arm where it meets your torso. Notice your left shoulder blade and back, that flat triangular bone that glides across your back. Notice your left collarbone in front, the bone that connects your shoulder to your breastbone. Notice the whole area of your left shoulder, the joint, the bones, the muscles. What sensations do you notice? Perhaps there's a sense of the bones, the structure of the shoulder. Perhaps there's awareness of the muscles, the bulk of the deltoid muscle that caps the shoulder like a shoulder pad. Perhaps there's tightness or holding, a sense that the shoulder is raised toward your ear or pulled forward toward your chest. Perhaps there's ease and openness, a sense that the shoulder is relaxed and in its natural position. Whatever you notice, simply observe it with curiosity and kindness, without judgment. Imagine that your left shoulder is gently releasing, softening, settling downward away from your ear. Imagine that the shoulder blade is sliding down your back, finding its natural resting place. Imagine that any tension, Any tightness, any holding in the left shoulder is melting away, dissolving into ease. Imagine breathing into your left shoulder, sending breath into the joint, into the muscles, into the entire area. And as you exhale, imagine any tension is flowing out, draining down your arm and out through your fingertips, leaving the shoulder soft and relaxed and at ease. Breathing into the left shoulder and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the left shoulder and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the left shoulder and breathing out, letting the shoulder settle, letting it rest, letting it be completely at ease. Now bring your awareness to your right shoulder. Notice the top of your right arm, your right shoulder blade, your right collarbone, the whole area of your right shoulder. Observe any sensations, bones, muscles, tightness, ease, or neutral presence. Imagine that your right shoulder is gently releasing, softening, settling downward. Imagine that the shoulder blade is sliding down your back. Imagine that any tension is melting away. Imagine breathing into your right shoulder, and as you exhale, imagine any tension is flowing out, draining away, leaving the shoulder soft and at ease. Breathing into the right shoulder and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the right shoulder and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the right shoulder and breathing out, letting the shoulder rest completely. Hold both shoulders in your awareness now, left and right, these two complex joints where your arms connect to your torso. Both shoulders relaxed, both shoulders soft, both shoulders settling downward, away from your ears, finding their natural resting place. Imagine that your shoulders are wide and open, that there's space across the front of your chest, space across your upper back. Imagine that your shoulders are like the wings of a bird at rest, folded gently, softly, easily, with no effort, no holding, no tension. Both shoulders at peace. Both shoulders at rest. Both shoulders completely, deeply, profoundly relaxed. Now let your awareness travel down from your shoulders into your arms. Begin with your left arm. Bring awareness to your left upper arm, the space between your shoulder and your elbow. The upper arm contains a single long bone, the humerus, surrounded by muscles, the biceps in front that bend your elbow and rotate your forearm, and the triceps in back that straighten your elbow. The upper arm is a relatively simple structure compared to the shoulder or hand, but it's essential for all the reaching, lifting, carrying, and manipulating you do with your arms. Notice your left upper arm now. Can you sense the length of it from shoulder to elbow? Can you feel the weight of it, the way it rests at your side or on the surface beneath you? Can you sense the muscles, the bone, the substance of your upper arm? Notice any sensations, heaviness, warmth, tingling, pulsing, or perhaps a quiet neutral presence. Imagine that your left upper arm is completely relaxed, that the muscles are soft, that the arm is heavy and at ease, supported by the surface beneath you or simply hanging loosely from your shoulder. Now bring awareness to your left elbow, the hinged joint where your upper arm meets your forearm. The elbow is a relatively simple joint compared to the shoulder, allowing your arm to bend and straighten and your forearm to rotate. The elbow joint is formed where the humerus meets the radius and ulna, the two bones of the forearm. Notice your left elbow. Can you sense the joint, the place where the bones meet? Can you feel the point of the elbow in back, the bony prominence of the ulna that you rest on when you lean on your elbows? Notice any sensations, ease, tightness, or neutral presence. Imagine that your left elbow is soft and relaxed, that the joint is gently open, that there's no holding or tension in the elbow. Now bring awareness to your left forearm, the space between your elbow and your wrist. The forearm contains two bones, the radius on the thumb side and the ulna on the pinky side, and many muscles that control the movements of your wrist and fingers. The forearm is a complex and powerful structure, allowing you to grip, twist, and manipulate objects with precision and strength. Notice your left forearm. Can you sense the length of it, from elbow to wrist? Can you feel the muscles, the bones, the substance of your forearm? Notice any sensations, heaviness, warmth, tingling, or neutral presence. Imagine that your left forearm is completely relaxed, that the muscles are soft, that the arm is heavy and at ease. Now bring awareness to your left wrist, the complex joint where your forearm meets your hand. The wrist is made up of 8 small bones called carpals, arranged in 2 rows, that allow your hand to move in multiple directions, bending forward and back, tilting side to side, and contributing to the rotation of the hand. Notice your left wrist. Can you sense the joint, the place where forearm meets hand? Notice any sensations, ease, tightness, or neutral presence. Imagine that your left wrist is soft and relaxed, that the joint is gently open, that there's no holding or tension in the wrist. Now bring awareness to your left hand, that remarkable structure of bones, muscles, tendons, and ligaments that allows you to touch, grasp, manipulate, create, and communicate. The hand contains 27 bones, 8 in the wrist, 5 in the palm or metacarpals, and 14 in the fingers or phalanges, and is capable of an extraordinary range of movements and positions. Notice your left palm, the broad surface of your hand, the mound at the base of your thumb called the thenar eminence, the pads beneath your fingers. Notice the back of your left hand, where the skin is thinner and the tendons more visible, the tendons that extend from your forearm muscles to your fingers, allowing you to straighten your fingers and spread them apart. Bring awareness to your left thumb, that opposable digit that sets human hands apart from most other animals, allowing you to grasp and manipulate objects with precision. The thumb can touch each of the other fingers, creating a variety of grips: the power grip for holding heavy objects, the precision grip for manipulating small objects, the pinch grip for picking up tiny things. Notice your left index finger, your pointer finger, the finger you use to point, to press buttons, to type. Notice your left middle finger, the longest finger. Notice your left ring finger, the finger where many people wear a wedding ring. Notice your left pinky finger, the smallest finger, the one that helps you grip and balance objects in your hand. Can you sense each finger individually? Can you feel the spaces between the fingers? Can you notice the fingertips, those sensitive areas rich with nerve endings that allow you to feel texture, temperature, pressure, and pain with exquisite sensitivity? Notice any sensations in your left hand: warmth, tingling, pulsing, or perhaps a quiet neutral presence. The hands are richly supplied with nerve endings, making them extremely sensitive to touch, temperature, and texture. The hands are also intimately connected to the brain, a large portion of the motor cortex, the area of the brain that controls movement, is devoted to controlling the hands. And a large portion of the sensory cortex, the area that processes touch sensations, is devoted to sensing the hands. When you bring awareness to your hands, you're activating these areas of the brain, strengthening the mind-body connection. Imagine that your left hand is completely relaxed, that the fingers are gently curled or softly extended, that there's no gripping or holding or tension in the hand. Imagine that your left hand is like a leaf floating on water, soft and easy and at rest. Now sense your entire left arm as a whole: shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, hand, and fingers, all of it together, this remarkable structure that allows you to reach and touch and hold and create. Imagine that your entire left arm is heavy and relaxed, completely at ease, completely at rest. Imagine breathing into your left arm, sending breath from shoulder to fingertips, and then releasing as you exhale, letting any remaining tension drain out through your fingertips and into the air. Breathing into the left arm, and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the left arm, and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the left arm, and breathing out, letting the entire arm rest completely. Now shift your awareness to your right arm. Bring attention to your right upper arm, the space between shoulder and elbow. Notice the length, the weight, the substance of your right upper arm. Notice any sensations. Imagine that your right upper arm is completely relaxed, heavy and at ease. Bring awareness to your right elbow, the hinge joint where upper arm meets forearm. Notice the joint, the point of the elbow. Imagine that your right elbow is soft and relaxed. Bring awareness to your right forearm, the space between elbow and wrist. Notice the length, the muscles, the bones. Notice any sensations. Imagine that your right forearm is completely relaxed, heavy and at ease. Bring awareness to your right wrist, the complex joint where forearm meets hand. Notice the joint. Imagine that your right wrist is soft and relaxed. Bring awareness to your right hand, palm, back of hand, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Notice each part, sense each finger individually. Notice any sensations. Imagine that your right hand is completely relaxed, soft and easy and at rest. Now sense your entire right arm as a whole, shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, hand, and fingers. Imagine that your entire right arm is heavy and relaxed, completely at ease, completely at rest. Imagine breathing into your right arm, from shoulder to fingertips, and then releasing as you exhale, letting any tension drain away. Breathing into the right arm, and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the right arm, and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the right arm, and breathing out, letting the entire arm rest completely. Hold both arms in your awareness now, left and right, from shoulders to fingertips. Both arms completely relaxed, both arms heavy and at ease, both arms at rest. Feel the weight of both arms, the way they're supported by the surface beneath you or hanging loosely from your shoulders. Your arms that reach and touch and hold and create are now completely released, completely surrendered, completely at peace. Rest here for a few moments, simply noticing the quality of relaxation in your arms, the sense of heaviness and ease. Beautiful. Now let your awareness travel up from your shoulders into your neck, that vital bridge between your head and your body, that passageway through which so much flows, your spinal cord carrying signals between brain and body, your carotid arteries carrying blood to your brain, your jugular veins carrying blood back to your heart, your trachea carrying air to your lungs, your esophagus carrying food to your stomach, and more. The neck is a complex and vulnerable structure, and it's one of the most common places in the body to hold tension. We crane our necks forward to look at screens, we tense our necks when we're stressed or anxious, we hold our heads in fixed positions for long periods, and all of this can lead to neck pain, stiffness, and headaches. The cervical spine, the neck portion of the spine, consists of 7 vertebrae, smaller and more mobile than the vertebrae in the rest of the spine. These vertebrae support the weight of your head, about 10 to 12 pounds, about the weight of a bowling ball, and allow your head to move in multiple directions, nodding forward and back, tilting side to side, and rotating left and right. Surrounding the cervical spine are layers of muscles, deep stabilizing muscles close to the spine, and larger superficial muscles that move the head and support its weight. The trapezius muscle, which we've already encountered in the shoulders and upper back, extends up the back of the neck to the base of the skull. The sternocleidomastoid muscles run along the sides of the neck from behind the ears to the collarbones, helping you turn your head and tilt it side to side. The levator scapulae muscles connect the neck to the shoulder blades, and they often become tight and painful when we hold tension in the neck and shoulders. Bring your awareness to the back of your neck now, the cervical spine, the muscles on either side of the spine. If you're lying down, notice the way your neck rests on the surface beneath you, or notice if there's a space between your neck and the surface. If you're seated, notice the way your neck supports the weight of your head. Notice any sensations in the back of your neck. Perhaps there's a sense of the vertebrae, the bones of the spine. Perhaps there's awareness of the muscles, the way they work to hold your head upright. Perhaps there's tightness or aching, or perhaps there's ease and comfort. The back of the neck often holds tension related to the effort of holding the head upright, especially if the head is habitually held forward of its natural alignment. When the head is balanced directly over the spine, the neck muscles can work efficiently with minimal effort. When the head is forward, as it often is when we're looking at screens or reading, the neck muscles have to work much harder to prevent the head from falling forward, and this constant effort can lead to chronic tension and pain. For every inch the head moves forward from its natural alignment, the effective weight on the neck increases by about 10 pounds. As you bring awareness to the back of your neck, see if you can invite a sense of releasing, of letting the neck muscles soften, of allowing the head to be balanced and supported with minimal effort. You don't have to hold your head up right now. You can let it rest, let it be supported by the surface beneath you or by the natural alignment of your spine. Imagine that the muscles at the back of your neck are gently lengthening, releasing their grip, allowing the vertebrae to settle into their natural alignment. Imagine that any tension, any tightness, any holding is melting away, dissolving into ease. Now bring awareness to the sides of your neck, the sternocleidomastoid muscles, the soft, vulnerable sides of the neck where you can feel your pulse if you press gently. Notice any sensations on the sides of your neck. bring awareness to the front of your neck, your throat, where your trachea and esophagus pass, where your voice box or larynx is located, where your thyroid gland sits just below the larynx, producing hormones that regulate your metabolism, your energy levels, your body temperature. The throat is a particularly vulnerable and sensitive area, and many people unconsciously tense the throat as a protective gesture or as a way of holding back emotions or words. The phrase "a lump in your throat" reflects the real physical sensation that can occur when we're holding back tears or difficult feelings. The phrase "biting your tongue" or "swallowing your words" reflects the way we sometimes tense the throat and jaw to prevent ourselves from speaking. In somatic therapy, the throat is associated with expression, with voice, with the ability to speak your truth and be heard. When the throat is chronically tense, it can be a sign that you're holding back what you want to say, that you're not feeling safe to express yourself fully. As you bring awareness to your throat, see if you can invite a sense of softening, of opening, of allowing. You don't have to protect or guard or hold back right now. You're safe. You can let your throat be soft and open and at ease. Imagine breathing into your entire neck, back, sides, and front, sending breath into the muscles, into the spaces between the vertebrae, into your throat. And as you exhale, imagine any tension is flowing out, draining away, leaving your neck soft and relaxed and at ease. Breathing into the neck, and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into the neck, and breathing out, softening. Breathing into the neck, and breathing out, letting the neck be long and easy and at rest. Now bring awareness to the base of your skull, the place where your head meets your neck, where the cervical spine meets the cranium. This is a common place to hold tension, and releasing tension here can have a profound effect on your overall sense of relaxation. At the base of your skull, there are small muscles called the suboccipital muscles that help you make fine adjustments to the position of your head, allowing you to track moving objects with your eyes while keeping your head relatively still. These muscles can become very tight, especially if you spend a lot of time looking at screens or reading, and this tension can contribute to headaches, neck pain, and a sense of mental fog or fatigue. Imagine that the base of your skull is gently releasing, that the small muscles here are softening, that there's more space between your skull and your neck. Imagine that your head is floating lightly on top of your spine, balanced and at ease, like a balloon floating on a string. Your neck is now completely relaxed, completely at ease, completely at rest. The back of your neck, the sides of your neck, your throat, the base of your skull, all soft, all easy, all at peace. Now let your awareness travel up into your head, your skull, the bony structure that houses and protects your brain. Begin with your jaw, the only movable bone in your skull, the joint where your lower jaw or mandible connects to your skull just in front of your ears. The jaw is one of the most common places in the body to hold tension. Many people unconsciously clench their jaw during the day or grind their teeth at night, often in response to stress or anxiety. This is sometimes called bruxism, and it can lead to temporomandibular joint disorder or TMJ, causing pain in the jaw, face, and head, as well as difficulty chewing, clicking or popping sounds when opening the mouth, and even damage to the teeth. Bring your awareness to your jaw now. Notice if your teeth are clenched together or if there's space between your upper and lower teeth. Notice if your jaw feels tight or relaxed. Notice the temporomandibular joints, the hinges just in front of your ears where your jaw connects to your skull. If your teeth are clenched, see if you can allow them to part slightly, creating a small space between your upper and lower teeth. Let your jaw hang loose. Let it be heavy. Let the muscles that close the jaw release their grip. The muscles that close the jaw, the masseter muscles on the sides of your jaw and the temporalis muscles on the sides of your head, are among the strongest muscles in the body relative to their size. They can generate tremendous force, which is why jaw clenching can be so damaging to the teeth and jaw joint. As you bring awareness to your jaw, imagine that these powerful muscles are softening, releasing, letting go. Imagine that your jaw is becoming heavy, that it's dropping slightly away from your upper jaw, that there's more space in the jaw joint. Imagine that any tension, any tightness, any holding in your jaw is melting away, dissolving into ease. Breathing into your jaw and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into your jaw and breathing out, softening. Breathing into your jaw and breathing out, letting your jaw hang loose, letting it be heavy and relaxed and at ease. Now bring awareness to your mouth, your lips, your tongue. Notice if your lips are pressed together or slightly parted. Notice where your tongue is resting. Is it pressed against the roof of your mouth, or is it resting gently on the floor of your mouth behind your lower teeth? The tongue is a large muscle, and it can hold tension just like any other muscle. As you bring awareness to your tongue, see if you can allow it to rest softly in your mouth, not pressed against anything, just lying gently, heavily, at ease. Let your lips be soft, slightly parted if that's comfortable, with no tension, no pressing together, no holding. Now bring awareness to your cheeks, the soft flesh on either side of your face. The cheeks contain muscles that help you chew and make facial expressions, and they can hold tension related to smiling or holding a particular expression. Sometimes we hold a slight smile on our face even when we're alone, as if we're performing for an invisible audience. Let your cheeks be soft and relaxed, with no effort to smile or hold any particular expression. Your face can be completely neutral, completely at rest. You don't have to perform for anyone right now. You can just be. Bring awareness to your nose, noticing the breath flowing in and out through your nostrils. Notice the tip of your nose, the bridge of your nose, the nostrils themselves. Let your nose be soft and relaxed. Now bring awareness to your eyes, those remarkable organs that allow you to see the world, to perceive light and color and form, to read and recognize faces and navigate your environment. Even when your eyes are closed, the muscles around the eyes and the muscles that move the eyes can hold tension. Notice your eyelids. Are they gently closed, or is there tension in the eyelids, a sense of squeezing or pressing? Let your eyelids be soft and light, resting gently over your eyes like silk curtains, like flower petals, with no weight, no pressure, no effort. Notice your eyeballs beneath your eyelids. Are they still, or are they moving slightly, perhaps making small rapid movements as if you're still looking at something? Let your eyes be completely still, completely at rest. Imagine that your eyes are sinking back slightly into their sockets, settling, releasing, like stones sinking into soft sand. Notice the muscles around your eyes, the orbicularis oculi muscles that close your eyes and create crow's feet when you smile. Let these muscles be soft and relaxed, with no squinting, no tension, no holding. The eyes are intimately connected to the nervous system and to your state of mind. When you're alert and vigilant, scanning for threats or opportunities, your eyes are active, moving, searching. When you're relaxed and at ease, your eyes can be still and soft. By consciously relaxing your eyes, you send a powerful signal to your nervous system that it's safe to rest, safe to let go, safe to stop scanning and searching and just be. Breathing into your eyes and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into your eyes and breathing out, softening. Breathing into your eyes and breathing out, letting your eyes sink back, letting them rest completely. Now bring awareness to your forehead, the broad expanse of your face above your eyebrows. The forehead is where we often furrow our brow when we're concentrating, worried, or confused, and this habitual furrowing can create deep lines and chronic tension. The frontalis muscle, which covers the forehead, lifts the eyebrows and creates horizontal lines across the forehead when it contracts. Notice your forehead now. Is it smooth and relaxed, or is there tension, a sense of furrowing or wrinkling? Let your forehead be smooth and wide and soft, like a calm lake, with no ripples, no tension, no holding. Imagine that your forehead is gently expanding, becoming wider, becoming smoother, any lines or wrinkles softening and releasing. Bring awareness to your eyebrows, letting them be soft and relaxed, not raised, not furrowed, just resting in their natural position. Now bring awareness to your temples, the sides of your head between your eyes and your ears. The temples are where the temporalis muscles, part of the jaw closing muscles, are located, and they can hold tension related to jaw clenching. The temples are also where many people experience tension headaches. Let your temples be soft and relaxed, with no tension, no tightness, no holding. Bring awareness to your ears, noticing the outer ears, the ear canals, the inner ears where your organs of balance are located. Let your ears be soft and relaxed, simply receiving sound without effort or strain, without trying to listen or focus on anything in particular. Now bring awareness to the top of your head, your scalp, the skin that covers your skull. The scalp contains many small muscles and a rich network of blood vessels, and it can hold tension that contributes to headaches. Some people unconsciously tense the scalp as if they're trying to lift the top of their head or hold it in place. Imagine that your scalp is gently loosening, that the skin is softening, that there's more space between your scalp and your skull. Imagine that any tension in your scalp is melting away, dissolving into ease. Bring awareness to the very crown of your head, the highest point, the place where a baby's soft spot or fontanelle is located before the skull bones fuse. Imagine that the crown of your head is gently opening, that there's a sense of space and lightness at the top of your head, as if the top of your head is dissolving into the space around you. Now bring awareness to the back of your head, where your head rests on the surface beneath you if you're lying down. Notice the weight of your head, the way it's supported. Let your head be heavy. Let it sink into the support beneath it. Let it rest completely. Your head weighs about 10 to 12 pounds, and right now you can let all of that weight be supported, held, carried by something other than your own muscles. Sense your entire head now as a whole: jaw, mouth, cheeks, nose, eyes, forehead, temples, ears, scalp, crown, back of head, all of it together, this remarkable structure that houses your brain, your organs of sense, your face that expresses your emotions and communicates with others. Imagine that your entire head is soft and relaxed, that every muscle in your face and scalp is at ease, that your head is light and peaceful and at rest. Breathing into your entire head, and breathing out, releasing. Breathing into your entire head, and breathing out, softening. Breathing into your entire head, and breathing out, letting your head be completely, deeply, profoundly relaxed. Your head is at peace. Your face is at peace. Your mind is at peace. Rest here for a few moments, simply noticing the quality of relaxation in your head and face, the sense of softness and ease. Beautiful. You've now brought awareness to every part of your body, from the tips of your toes all the way up to the crown of your head. You've traveled through your feet, ankles, lower legs, knees, thighs, hips, pelvis, lower back, abdomen, chest, upper back, shoulders, arms, hands, neck, and head. You've invited each part of your body to relax, to release, to let go. Now take a moment to sense your entire body as a whole, all at once. Notice the full length of your body, from head to toes. Notice the weight of your body, the way it's supported by the surface beneath you. Notice the space your body occupies, the three-dimensional form of your physical presence. Your body is a miracle, a complex system of trillions of cells working together in harmony, maintaining the delicate balance that keeps you alive and healthy. Your heart is beating, your lungs are breathing, your digestive system is processing, your immune system is protecting, your nervous system is coordinating, all of this happening automatically, without any conscious effort on your part. Your body knows how to heal, how to rest, how to restore itself. All you have to do is allow it, trust it, let it do what it knows how to do. As you rest here in this state of deep relaxation, imagine that your body is being bathed in healing energy, in restorative light, in nourishing warmth. Imagine that every cell in your body is being refreshed, renewed, revitalized. Imagine that any remaining tension anywhere in your body is gently dissolving, melting away, draining down through your body and into the earth, where it can be absorbed and transformed. Your entire body is now completely relaxed, completely at ease, completely at rest. You are supported, you are held, you are safe. There's nowhere you need to go, nothing you need to do, nothing you need to achieve or accomplish. You can simply be here, present, aware, resting in the miracle of your embodied existence. Your breath continues to flow in and out, naturally, effortlessly, sustaining you. Your heart continues to beat, steadily, reliably, faithfully. You are alive, you are breathing, you are here. As you rest in this deep state of relaxation, you might notice that your mind has become quiet, that thoughts have slowed or stopped, that there's a sense of spaciousness and peace in your awareness. This is the natural result of deep physical relaxation. When the body is at ease, the mind can also be at ease. Or you might notice that thoughts are still present, perhaps drifting through your awareness like clouds across the sky. This is also perfectly natural. You don't need to push thoughts away or try to stop thinking. You can simply notice thoughts as they arise and pass, without getting caught up in them, without following them into stories or worries or plans. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that notices thoughts. You are the spacious presence in which all experience arises and passes. Rest in this awareness now, this spacious, peaceful awareness. Let yourself be held by this awareness. Let yourself dissolve into this awareness. Let yourself rest as this awareness. You are awareness itself, vast and open and free, and your body is the vehicle through which awareness experiences the world, the instrument through which consciousness expresses itself in physical form. Your body is a gift, a temporary home for your consciousness, a miraculous structure that allows you to touch and taste and see and hear and feel, to move and create and connect and love. As you rest here in deep relaxation, send a wave of gratitude through your entire body, thanking your body for all it does, for all it allows you to experience, for all the ways it serves you and supports you and carries you through your life. Thank your feet for carrying you, your legs for supporting you, your core for stabilizing you, your heart for sustaining you, your lungs for breathing you, your arms for reaching and holding, your hands for touching and creating, your neck for connecting your head and body, your head for housing your brain and senses. Thank your entire body for being here, for being alive, for being the vehicle of your experience. And now, as you rest in this state of deep relaxation and gratitude, allow yourself to drift even deeper into rest, into peace, into the threshold of sleep. Your body knows how to sleep, how to enter those deeper states of consciousness where healing and restoration occur, where memories are consolidated, where the nervous system resets and rebalances, where growth hormone is released to repair tissues, where the lymphatic system clears metabolic waste from the brain. You don't have to try to sleep. You don't have to make sleep happen. You simply allow it, welcome it, surrender to it. Let your awareness become softer, more diffuse, less focused. Let the boundaries between your body and the space around you become less distinct. Let yourself merge with the darkness, with the silence, with the stillness. You are safe. You are supported. You are held by the earth beneath you, by the air around you, by the vast universe that contains all things. Let go now. Let go of the day that has passed. Let go of any worries about tomorrow. Let go of any need to control or figure out or understand. Let go of effort. Let go of trying. Let go of doing. Simply be. Simply rest. Simply allow. Your body is deeply relaxed. Your mind is quiet and peaceful. Your heart is open and at ease. You are ready for sleep, ready for rest, ready for the deep restoration that sleep brings. As you drift into sleep, know that you can return to this practice anytime you need to relax, anytime you need to release tension, anytime you need to reconnect with the peace and ease that are always available within you. This body scan meditation is a gift you can give yourself again and again, a pathway to relaxation, a doorway to rest, a reminder that you have the capacity to let go, to soften, to surrender. Sleep well. Rest deeply. May you wake refreshed and renewed, ready to meet the new day with energy and ease. And if you found this practice helpful, if it supported you in relaxing and preparing for sleep, I invite you to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can return to this practice and explore other meditations for rest, relaxation, and well-being. Your support helps me continue creating these resources for deep relaxation and peaceful sleep. Thank you for practicing with me tonight. Thank you for taking this time to care for yourself, to honor your body, to cultivate peace. May you sleep deeply and peacefully. May you rest well. May you wake with a sense of renewal and ease. Good night.